Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is Sunderland, it is Bright Lights, it is episode 118 of Bright Lights, and we're here with you today with the quarter-final tie against FC Porto. We're not live on stream as explained in the last episode, that this is my day off, so I want to film this Porto game out the way, and then tonight we'll have the semi-final of the Champions League, hopefully the final of the Champions League. We do have an FA Cup final. I'll talk to you about that semi-final, the semi-final against Man City in a second, and hopefully us being crowned champions as well tonight. We go back to the home screen and we go into the fixtures here. The last games that you guys wouldn't have seen after the 1-1 draw away at PSG, which saw us go through on aggregate 5-3, is that we did beat Brighton 2-0 in the 6th round of the FA Cup. International break came around, and then we had Manchester City in the FA Cup semi-final. In the end, it was a tight game. Miranda kind of had a shocker. Man City were pretty damn good. In saying that, though, every chance we seemed to have, Edison seemed to save. So it was a very even game, very end-to-end. We played off the break quite a fair bit in the 4-4-2 like we have. As you can see, Man City were committing a lot of fouls due to our pace. And in the end, Haller did score in the 87th minute to put us through to our, our third final in the FA Cup, our second final in 2 years. And we could have played Arsenal yet again. Arsenal made the final against the semi-final against Spurs for the second year in a row, but this time Spurs beat them, so we do have Spurs in that final. In the end, it wasn't the greatest goal in the world that won our FA Cup semi-final, but it was a great goal nonetheless. In the end, Kim Jan with his longer range of passing, he does love it, finds Haller one step, and out of all the saves Edison has made, like he made a few 1-1 saves from Mbappe, he made a great save from an Abderrahmane free kick, he even made a save in like the 94th minute when the game didn't even matter that Rojas probably should have buried him, he somehow put it onto the bar from about a 5-yard header. It wasn't the worst thing in the world to go through only 1-0. We didn't expend too much energy in that game either. We made a few subs. It was okay. We should all still be fit for this game here. I'm hoping we are, by the way. But it would not be the Champions League quarterfinal or the Champions League tie without this. Some Champions League background music. We do know about Porto. We did talk about him in this last game, but here we are here. We have Matteo in goals, obviously, who is now grown, by the way, into a 4-star goalkeeper. Have a look at him. All the golds there, the one-on-ones, the handling, his passing's up to 13 already. He is being pursued. He's now a leading goalkeeper, with the potential still to be world-class. The guy is proving an absolute steal. We have Miranda, who's been in a bit of poor form, but he will start. Kim Jan and Ives may have a very good partnership with Miranda. Haller, Peter. Dosek, who's had a pretty poor season by his standards, but still playing quite well in the role. Mbappe and Abderrahmane. Look, I am looking forward to this Porto game because we've got a game against a Porto side that I feel is excellent on paper. It's a Porto side that we know a fair bit about because we've played Porto a few bits down the years. But I reckon this is a game that we should be at home winning comfortably. Maybe not comfortably, but winning nonetheless, and then going away to Portugal and doing the job, hopefully. Anyway, we will submit the team as the entrance song comes on with the Champions League anthem. Love this part. God, I love it. This will be me, 4 o'clock Wednesday morning next week when Liverpool play Bayern. Just, the scenes. The dream to go watch Liverpool play in a Champions League final, or just watch Liverpool play in a Champions League tie. Anyway, they have Walter Sanchez, who we did highlight, obviously, last episode that we think is really good. They're obviously playing Herrera on the other side, who is their key player. They do have Gomez, who is their captain, a player that we've nearly signed multiple times because I think he's world-class. Look how good the attacking midfielder looks. We have a no now, so there's no need to sign him, but he was definitely one of the options. Carrera, Stevenson, who would have came in if we could not have got Peter. As we pause at the Champions League music just before it plays out. Galliano Maro, Fontana there, that's Luciano Fontana. That is a guy that we had many, many years ago, ladies and gentlemen. We sold him on to PSG for 10.75, Sevilla bought him for 7.5, 14. He's never really grown into too many, but this is a guy that we used to have. He's very good physically. He's okay going forward. He's not the worst. He actually fit our system. And even I said it back then that I would love to play him. Couldn't get him a work permit for 4 years of why we sold him. Anyway, Benitez, the Mexican in goals, that why I've kind of said that I feel like he's a decent goalkeeper, he's a decent shot stopper, but with his feet, he's not the best, and hopefully we can press him and get him a couple of mistakes. Anyway, we've been on a good run of form lately. We haven't lost in something like 28 games at the moment here. Just the 4-4-2s work so well that I didn't expect it to work this well, and if I knew it was going to work this well, we definitely would have switched to it a lot earlier on. Anyway, though, we are going to get into the kickoff. It is going to be us in the red and them in the blue. I'll let it play out now, the Champions League song, by the way. There we are. We are underway. And here we go. Gomez gets on it. It's Porto in the blue. It's us in the red. Look, I want to get through this tie. Have a semi-final in the Champions League tonight after coaching. Have a final in FA Cup. Have, a few things going on. Anyway, Mateo gets on the ball and we can build up from the back. We have seen it that we still do look to build up from the back here as Mateo picks it up after the headed back pass. By the way, it wasn't an actual back pass. And off we go. I would love a fast start. Mateo drops it. Now he is forced long because they're pressing high. But Mbappe's decent in the air. Doesn't win it, but Dosek does. Finds Nakamura. I'll tell you what, we've got a few people over at the back stick. Haller's there. There's numbers in the box. Haller. Mbappe. Oh, just head it down. We could have been 1-0 up inside 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. But instead, it is still 0-0. Look, I'm just looking for us. Front foot. Find the spaces, put your chances away. Let's go. Haller now inside. Peter. Moreno on the overlap. Loves a cross, does Moreno. Ball in towards Adrian. Doesn't find him. Peter loves a left foot strike. His shot over the bar. And a couple clear-cut chances for us inside the first 10. But not really putting them to bed. Unlike what we did against PSG, where we scored our early chances in that first time. Haven't done so here. But anyway, Haller on it again after a good press. Still with Haller looking for Nakamura. Finds Nakamura. He's inside Nakamura. He doesn't usually miss them. In the end, Peter's shot's blocked. Haller there. We've now hit the post inside 16 minutes. It hasn't gone right for us in the first 15 or so minutes here. We could have been 3-0 up. In the end, the highlight continues with Galliano now, but then it stops. And then Miranda now with the new highlight into Dosek. Dosek now into Miranda. We just want that first goal, just to relax the tension here at the Stadium of Light. Let us play fluently, fluent in the way we do. Is Dosek's ball, great touch from Mbappe. Nakamura's numbers queuing up, backstick, Haller with the header. Benitez, what a save, but Nakamura's going to finish on the rebound, and it is 1-0 now, eventually for Sunderland. 17 minutes of pure pressure, pure attacking football. Could have been 3 or 4-0 up already, but instead we've now made it 1, and now maybe we can just relax. What a touch from Mbappe. Great ball to Nakamura. His ball back to Haller. Would have been nice if it was a bit more drilled, and he knocked it back to Mbappe. Instead, he went for goal. Benitez, who I said is a decent shot stopper, doesn't do enough, I reckon, with it, and then Nakamura will always put that one in. Apparently looking for offside here. I don't know who's going to be off. He's not off, unless we're talking about Nakamura from the re-header. He's not off either. I don't know why we're looking at that FM. But anyway, off we go. Already had 6 shots inside 20 minutes. Really looking the goods here at the moment. And Mateo now on it. Mateo goes into the channel for Haller. He's good with his second line kicking as Mateo finds Haller into Adrian. Adrian now holds it up nicely there. In the end, doesn't play the ball to Moreno. We do lose it. They can break here. Ibrahimi's got decent amount of pace. Plays into Ballo. Gomez is really good. Gomez is there. And just like that, with their first attack, Porto have made it 1-1. And that's why it's not important to switch off. In the end, Adrian didn't do enough. It was his fault that led to the goal. Our star man, look, he just had to play it out to Moreno, who was in space. Didn't. Kim Jen got caught ball watching. Didn't go back with the flight of it. In the end, Ives commits himself. Miranda doesn't come inside. It was pretty of a shambles from the whole back four. And with their first real chance that we've seen, Porto make it 1-1. And all of a sudden, the nerves kick up again. Obviously, that away goal was huge in this Champions League tie. But hopefully, we can find a way to get another 1 or 2 before half-time or after half-time, as it looks like time's just going to tick away. Porto are happy with this and just going to sit up shop, you would imagine. And at half-time, it's 1-1 here in a very, very tense game. We've had 10 shots in the half, but so have they now. I'm far from pleased with what I've seen, to be honest, boys. The first 15 minutes could have been 3-4-0 up, and then apart from that, it's been poor. Anyway, Ives on it, and we'll see if we can create after half-time here. Peter and Dosek haven't really got into the game, but if they do, we're definitely going to start killing sides. Peter, when he's on the ball, is quite good. He can drive forward, and Dosek obviously does the simple stuff really well. Anyway, Miranda there inside. Nakamura, great touch. Tackles, though. And in the end, it is going to be nothing from it. It was a great touch, and then his secondary touch wasn't great. Benitez goes long. Can we win it in the air? Moreno does. Finds Haller in some space. Haller can face forward now. Still with Haller into Peter. Peter's switched. Nakamura's delightful. Numbers in the box queuing up. Backstick towards Mbappe. Doesn't find him. Peter can wheel around now and keep it. He does. Finds Moreno. No, he doesn't. Poor pass. And maybe it's a chance for Porto on the break. There's 2 of his there. Gomez, they've got numbers just here. There we are. Ives reads it in the end. It was a bit of a mistake. Adrian, great touch from Adrian. Mbappe wants, give it to him. Instead, Adrian goes himself and goes and finds Benitez. Give it to Mbappe. All he had to do was slide Mbappe in, 1v1. No one's going to catch him. Not a problem. Adrian goes himself and misses. And it's still 1-1. It's not been our greatest performance here from Sunderland. But look, there's still enough time to get a goal. If we can go ahead to Porto, I back us scoring. Anyway, Haller, though, with the ball, pops it in. They're headed away from Gomez, only as far as Ives. Ives now, ball out there to Haller. Haller now with it. Still with Haller. Haller's ball. Nakamura turns, blocked. Would have been a nice opportunity for him to turn and feed it back across the goals as well. But he went for goal, which is fine. And in the end, not one. As you can see, they're just going long here. Miranda, though, takes it there. No pressure. Finds Nakamura. He can go very direct. Runs inside. Still with Nakamura. Still Nakamura. Has to find a pass. Looks for Haller. Finds Haller. Numbers in the box, backstick. Finds Nakamura on the secondary run. And Haller and Nakamura link up yet again. Nakamura with a brace. We're 2-1 up now. Order's restored. We've been pretty good in this second half too. Like the first half, that first 15, 20 minutes, unbelievable. Let's hope we don't switch off now and we can continue to go in the same vein and find a third, maybe a fourth, hopefully, as well. In the end, Nakamura backstick makes it 2-1 and off we go yet again. Haller and Nakamura having a great game. Unfortunately, Mbappe and Dosek aren't. I am going to make a change here, though. Dosek looks a bit nervous. I'm going to move Dosek for Arthur here and just get Arthur in as a bit more of a deeper line playmaker there on support. And hopefully he can start spraying some balls around as well. I'm going to actually tell the boys to go get creative and see if we can find another one here. At some point, I will take either Adrian or Mbappe off for Rogers, who does have a very good record of coming off the bench and scoring this season. In the end, though, it is a highlight. It's Kandanovic into Gomez. Gomez now into Simpson, who's great. Is a sensational Brazilian. Gomez yet again with the ball, looking there. Herrera from distance. Are you serious? Dario Herrera, eat your heart out. What a goal. 2-2 here in the Champions League. Herrera's bang one in from distance. First time, top bins. We've been shocked yet again. And unfortunately, the 4-4-2 hasn't really worked here today at all. And we are going to go into this tie in very, very precarious position. What a finish. What a hit from Dario. We are going to go now and we are going to go get... We're going to go get William Anoe and we're going to go to that. I feel for now. We're going to really throw some numbers forward here. We're going to try and hopefully go 3-2 up and then go back to 4-4-2. But Adrian's having a shocker. I'm going to take him off. I didn't want to. But Rogers is in now. And off we go. We're now looking to really push forward. We now need to make sure we do score the next one. Anyway, Moreno throws it into the box. Down it goes. Surely it's a pen. It is. In the end, Haller probably milked it a little bit. Nakamura will take the penalty for his hat-trick. Nakamura steps up there versus Benitez. Slots it. Nakamura hat-trick. He's been great today. So is Haller. He probably should get the assist as well for winning the pen. Without those two today, we've been quite poor in truth. But we are 3-2 up. Teams such as Sunderland, teams that are, got that bit of champion elect about them, when they play poor, still grind results. I am going to stay on attacking here and try and find a fourth if I can. But anyway, Sigra's there. Ball in. Rogers heads away. Now we can break here. Haller now. So as long as he holds it up. He had no one on him. Didn't need to punt it there towards Fontana, but does. Anyway, Fontana, barring a defensive mistake, they're going to play out here. Benitez now with the ball. Make a mistake. Nearly did. In the end, his kick wasn't great. And a no now with it. And no now, if he can find a pass, he's got a few running forward. Finds Rogers! Would have been 4-2. Would have been a great finish there for the youngster. Instead, he puts it wide. I'm looking for that killer goal. And saying that, though, 3-3 would be terrible too. Anyway, long ball. Ives gets up, wins it. Arthur doesn't do his best to get to it. In the end, Balo Gomez with space. Hits it from distance. Wasn't far away. It looks like they're just going to shoot from anywhere for now. I'm happy with that because then we can block the ball, win it on the break and hit him. But at the moment, barring a last-ditch corner here, Domingo's ball in, headed away from Nakamura, Nikovic, Kim Jan just puts his foot through it. We do get through. We do win 3-2 here going into the second leg. But look, one goal win is probably not going to do the job. Look, a few lads seemed motivated by that, but it wasn't great. You impressed me out there, seemed confused. Obviously, Peter didn't have the best of games. You're not your best tonight. Look, Haller did well. In the end, Nakamura seemed fired up by it. Look, we weren't great. Nakamura had a sensational game, though. But we have to recognise that when we play like that, we have to go and be defensively better. The Gomez goal was just defensively poor. There's not much you can do about the Dario goal. It's just a great strike. But there are mid-development concerns. He wasn't impressed by my team talk recently. Are you serious, mate? I've got no concerns about the Medler, and neither should you. There we are. I think you're in denial about your role in the issue. Sorry, I didn't mean to cause any offence. There we are. I don't think I can drop the issue, really. Thanks to Christian and my manager. You left me with no choice, but you've been placed. I can't believe how impressive being here when your manager start training with some break. I can't drop the issue, I'm afraid. I'm not sure I can work with your manager treats a player like this. Mate, everyone else but you was happy with that. And if you think that is, something that is a major issue, Peter, we might have to question your role here at Sunderland. Anyhow, pretty disappointing way to finish a disappointing game, to be honest. We're disappointed with a 3-2 win. We are still ahead against Porto, and now we are going to move into that second leg. I'll play Newcastle in the meantime, and I'll see you guys back here in just a second. Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. Part 2 of episode 118. It's the second leg of the quarterfinal. We did beat Newcastle 4-2. That means that we have, we're astronomically clear at top of the table. We can finish first or third. So, no matter what's going to really happen from here on end, I think we could lose every game and probably still win the league with 80 points. But we'll strive to keep getting as many points as possible in the league. Anyhow, back to this Porto game. I have selected the team, but I might make a change depending on Kim Jen. Daniel had a really good game in that Newcastle game. He's been alright, Kim Jen. Yeah, sort of. I'm tempted to get Daniel in. We know Daniel is mistake prone, but Daniel was really good in the air. And I feel like against a smaller forward line, a smaller back line, even from corners, he might be a threat. So we might get him in there. Apart from that, the team's going to be 4-4-2. I feel like the 4-4-2 is the right way to play against Porto. Unlike like PSG, where I was like, let's go keep the ball against a PSG side that really likes to attack us, very direct. Porto are a side that also like to keep the ball. And I want to get into a possession match. What I could do is, if we win the ball against Porto, we could hit them on the break, as seen as what we did with them a few times in the first leg. I honestly think if we score a goal here tonight, we'll probably go through because Porto then need 3. But it is exactly the same team that we played last time that's going to play again for Porto. I'm just hoping that we go out there and do all right. A couple of legs look stressed with that. Have faith in you. Also, Peter's really, really, really upset with us with that team talk, and he's complaining to everybody. It's just a good thing that no one else is really listening to him. When you're the only player that is demotivated out of everybody, the one player that was demotivated, we got him to fire up in Nakamura. You can't go and question. If everybody was demotivated, by all means, but you can't go question that. I'm not gonna. Usually, I'll just take the easiest route out. I'll just improve him, but there was just a bit annoying. Anyway, good match between two capable sides, and off we go. We're not going to let that player down on what could be a special night for us. Reach a second semi-final in concession for Sunderland in the Champions League, and hopefully a second final as well. In the end, Daniel on it, and off we go. We know if the game stays 0-0, we do go through, but we also know that if Porto win this game by a goal, unless we score 3, they're going to go through on away goals or / penalties if it's 3-2 on the night. So we know that we have to go out here and score, hence why I've gone with the 4-4-2. Anyway, Ibrahimi there flicks on, but surely Daniel will pick it up, and Daniel should be able to face forward and play. He instead goes very long towards Mbappe, which is not what we want him to do, especially without his longer range passing. Like, Kim Jan's passing is really good at this. Anyway, Ibrahimi from distance brushed the side netting just wide. We didn't pick him up too well just then, but hopefully the boys will be okay. They've already had 7 shots inside of the half. I'm not happy with that at all. Anyway, Sanchez with the ball, plays it into Carrera. Carrera now into Simerson. Simerson now with the ball out towards there. Haller tracked his man, but doesn't win it. Herrera scored that great goal. Backspeak Ibrahimi, his header wide. I am going to now just pause it until the boys get creative. You've been slaughtered for the first 15 minutes of this game. Get into it, please. And off we go. Anyway, Miranda throws in towards Dosek. That's just a poor throw. Carrera's running with a chance to bury. Instead, he goes wide. We've been very poor and very, very nervy at the moment. And I'm not happy with this at all. Anyway, 20 minutes playing. They seemed overwhelmed by whatever their coach just told them. We need to go out there, just get on the front foot, get a press in, do something. We're not even... Nakamura, where are you going? Why are these two standing next to each other? And then... Dosek lets Ballo just go. Okay, score because you deserve the score and we'll work about it. Anyway, Sanchez with the ball. Still with Sanchez. Great run, great goal. Well done, Walter Sanchez. We deserve that. We fucking deserve that, boys. Absolutely deserve it because you guys have played absolutely shocking so far. 3-3 on aggregate, 1-0 on the night. They're going through on away goals. There we are. We can beat PSG, no problems. We can get through many other sides, no problems. Put plenty past Real Madrid in the past and so on. Porto, a team that's going to maybe send us out of the Champions League. Better not freaking happen. Anyway, time is still ticking away here. It's a corner. We've been poor, but it would be a great opportunity to score. Anyway, headed away there, only as far as Daniel. Daniel now with the ball. His ball out there towards Haller. Haller, he can whip. Haller does whip. Adrian flick down, doesn't win it. In the end, falls back to Haller, takes a touch, puts it back, stick there. Haller didn't mean it. He didn't shoot, did he? He did not mean that at all. He didn't. The game says he didn't mean it. We're going to claim that he did, and he's absolutely buried one top bins. But with a slice cross, Haller puts us 1-1, 4-3 up on aggregate. We're 1 goal away here, ladies and gentlemen, from not losing this game in normal time. Anyway, Haller picks it up. Not too much on there, and in the end, he just killed it in top bins. You know what? Good goal. Good finish. He meant that. 100%. I wouldn't put it past Haller as well that he meant it. Anyway, 40 minutes played, 1-1. We're a bit lucky here. I am going to get very aggressive with these boys at halftime, and we will change the system too, I think, as well. We just have to get into halftime there, still at, still level, I would hope. Anyway, Carrera with it, still with Carrera, into Sanchez. Sanchez now with it, still with Sanchez from distance. It's under Mateo and in. There we are. And it's 4-4 in aggregate, 2-1 to Porto, and Porto once again are leading on away goals. And Mateo really should have bailed us out. It's been a poor tie from us in general, ladies and gentlemen. A very poor tie. Seems like Porto have figured out our 4-4-2 very much. In the end, Mateo should really save that. Right now, as things stand, it'll be a 2-1 down. What I am going to do is I am now going to keep the 4-4-2 because we do need to stay on the front foot. I'm going to get aggressive and tell them to show me something else. We need to go out there. Like the first 10-15 minutes we played in the second half against them in the first leg is what we need right now from the boys. Right? We need a goal desperately. We probably need 2 goals desperately. If we get a goal, I'm switching to 4-2-3-1. And then Ibrahimi, good ball there, but Moreno cuts it out. The highlight is going to end, and there we are. Porto have been all over us. We have not been good at all. We have not created a chance. We've not created anything clear cut. Nothing is happening out there. In the end, I'm going to tell the boys to push forward. We're going to stay on this system for a little bit longer. And we just need a goal. 1 goal, we switch to 4-2-3-1 straight away. Indian Carrera, advantage played. Haller plays it into Dosek. Dosek now. Nakamura's in space. So is Miranda. Miranda's got numbers in the box. Miranda swings. Adrian with a header over the bar. If he drilled it back post to Mbappe, he would have had a tap in. In the end, not happening here at the moment. It's a highlight though. It is a throw in. Miranda finds Dosek who can turn. Finds Peter. Peter now into Dosek. Dosek now into Peter. Peter now into Nakamura. We're building up a little bit better now all of a sudden the last 10 minutes. Instead, the ball to Haller was poor. It was on, but it was just a poor ball. Dario Herrera's with it. Still with Dario Herrera. Still with Dario Herrera. Ibrahimi, game over. It's offside. Never mind. He didn't look off. Did not look off at all. I'm going to make a change here. We're going to move Haller further forward. I'm going to make Nakamura further forward. We are going to bring Bob in too for Nakamura. He's had a bit of a shocker. We are going to confirm that. We know what Nakamura's all about in the first leg, but in the second leg, it hasn't really happened. In the end, Miranda throws it in there. Pretty poor. Can we press on Carrera? We don't. Good ball out there to Herrera. And look, we're up against it here, ladies and gentlemen. We could be going out. Dario with the ball there to Herrera. We do go out. I am going to retire, I reckon, retire the save because we shouldn't be going out against Porto. Galliano now with it. We have just been poor. We have been so poor. Come on, boys. Get a press in here. Don't let him turn. Galliano. His ball there. Into Herrera. Herrera squares Ibrahimi to win it. Bang. Game over. We're going to need a miracle. We're going to need a miracle. Dosek's going to move into here. We are going to get Petra in there for William Ano. I am going to go very... William fucking Ano. Going to get William Ano on advance. On attacking midfield on attack. I'm going to get us on very attacking here. I'm going to confirm that. And we now need 2 goals. Well, we need now a goal to send it extra time, 2 goals to go through. But we are in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in trouble. In the end, I want to proceed with the tactical change. We need to push forward. We need to go. Come on, boys. Walter Sanchez is injured. Doesn't mean too much to us. Anyway, the ball to Bob. He goes long, looking for Haller. It's a great ball to Haller. Haller's there. Whips it in. Adrian with the header! We've been piss poor today, but it's 3-2, 5-5. If it stays like this, we go on extra time. Jesus wept, we've been so poor. But there we go. Bob on the ball. Great ball out to Haller. Haller there picks it up. Great touch. Great ball. Adrian, that man yet again. Whenever a game gets tired, whenever we need a clutch late goal, Nicholas Adrian is your boy. Nowhere near offside. Nowhere near it. There we are. Don't even need to see it. Keep up with play, linesman. There we are. Alright, I'm staying on this system because they have to commit men forward if they want to win it. And look, I would love an away goal right now. They've gone 3 up front. And both teams are going for it. It's crazy football. Anyway, and Galliano puts a ball in there to Swozer. Swozer to Gomez. Pays out to Luciano Fontana. Runs forward. Blocks. Falls to him though. In the end, he was a bit fortuitous. It fell back to Fontana. He puts it over the bar. It's a highlight now. Mateo, go long. Find a long ball. Win the second ball. Let's press. Mbappe there. Does he win it? He doesn't. Do we win the second ball? Daniel does. Finds Haller. Haller now. Can he turn? He doesn't. Does he going to beat his man? Is he going to keep it? Does find Moreno. There we are. This is where we're good. We don't just punt it. We do look to keep. Haller there. William Ano's ahead of him. Finds William Ano. Ano now. There's numbers over. There's Bob. Instead, he just trying to find Miranda. Why? Bob was inside, onside. All we had to do was slip him in. Domingo there finds Carlos Simonson into Gomez. Gomez, ball in there. Ibrahimi. It's a great ball out to Sigales. There's numbers coming back post. Ball in. Miranda just could have chested it. The volley is wide. Ooh, tense game here. Miranda's on an injury, but I don't want to take him off right now. There's still time here, added time. Is there going to be a late chance either way? It's not. It's going to be extra time. Wow, what a tie this has been. End of extra time. I am going to go and tell the boys I'm far from pleased there. That is what I'm going to tell them. I am now going to switch back to the 4-2-3-1. Who's not had the best of games? Well, Miranda has to come off here, doesn't he? William Mino's going to go into here, and Mbappe's going to go in as a shadow striker, I reckon. And then we're going to get Adrian in there. And Dosek and Ano are going to switch around. And I reckon that's what we're going to go with. And we're going to get Van Dijk on there from Miranda because he won't be able to last. I would love to have Miranda out there because obviously everyone remember the Standard Liège game last season where he scored in the 121st minute to keep us in the Champions League. That would be nice. Anyway, we are going to go to that. I'm also going to tell the boys to get creative, right, in the 4-2-3-1. Get the ball, knock it around, get a bit of possession. And if we find a goal, they need 2 in extra time to send us out. Anyway, time is ticking away here. I don't want to freaking go to penalties against Porto either. This is a big, big tie in a big, big game. And there's definitely going to be moments left, right, and centre to see what happens. Anyway, time ticking away here in this first period. And off we go. I don't want to go too much on the front foot right now with a bit of tired legs. But I still want to be the better team. All right, I'm going to start the second half. I'm going to tell the boys to get creative yet again. Just, look, lads, fathom a chance, take it, and let's get out of here. Let's get out of Portugal, and let's go and beat Porto and send them home. Here we go, Mateo. We're good at building up from the back, and here we go, Ives. I love switching into the 4-2-3-1 after playing 4-4-2 because he finds spaces to play in. Anyway, Ives now getting pressed very well here from Porto, has to be said. Dosek can turn around and face forward. Finds Van Dijk. He's very limited with his passing, but does find a no. A no now. Good touch. Has Bob there. Bob back inside. Finds a no. Surely we're now out the other way. Surely there is a pass on towards Haller. It was on, but it wasn't great. Anyway, Haller, though, picks it up now. Can swing. He does swing. Mbappe! It was a tough chance. He had bodies everywhere. If he put it on target, though, he may have beaten Benitez. Anyway, time's still ticking away. It's another highlight. We've been the better team here in the extra time period. Been on the ball way more. And No now running inside. William and No! Didn't strike it well. And it goes wide. Porto riding their luck here at the moment. We've been okay since extra time started here. Can we find a late chance? Doesn't look like it. We're going to fucking penalties. Oh, days. Oh, my days. All right, it's penalties. We've got some good penalty takers in Mbappe. We've got William and No. We've obviously got Adrian who takes ours. Bob's young but can take it. Haller's taken one in game. And, you know, Dosek can even take one because of his thing. So can Moreno. I might swap them two around. In the end, Haller will get us underway here. We'll put Mbappe at 5th. Going to get Bob and William and No to swap. Adrian's going to take the 3rd. And William and No will take the 4th. I just need to make sure we just score the first one. Come on, Haller. Big, big pressure. What I might do is I might get William and No to take the first and switch Haller and Bob around. And off we go. I just feel like Bob's got a decent penalty and decent composure for it. Anyhow, let's see what happens. Oh, Haller and Bob are very similar. Maybe like that. Maybe like that. I don't know. Like that. All right. Let's go. Come on, William and No. Let us be shooting first, please, game. It's penalties. Here we go. It's them shooting first. I don't like that. I prefer to be going first. It's Ibrahimi versus Mateo. Ibrahimi steps up. Good penalty. Mateo went the right way. It's okay. Come on, William. Your turn now to shine. William and No has had a decent game off the bench. On a booking, though. Doesn't really matter too much right now. Come on, step up and slot. William and No, keeper goes one way. He goes down the middle. Good penalty. 1-1. Back on level terms. Here goes Gomez now to step up. Had a great game. A guy that I was so interested in signing for many years. Balo Gomez versus Mateo. Gomez. Mateo. What a save from Mateo to his right. It was a good penalty, but it was a great save. And now the 18-year-old wonder kid in Bob to step up and put us ahead. Bob versus the keeper. And Benitez sends him the wrong way. An 18-year-old age, but man, he took it like a 30-year-old veteran then. Great penalty. Cigales versus Mateo. He's known for his penalty shot stopping, this Italian boy. Cigales versus Mateo. Goes the wrong way. Gambled to his right very early there, did Mateo. And Cigales slots it. Nicolas Adrian. He's been our penalty taker for years. He has banged many in from the spot before. Will he bury this one? Adrian. Keeper goes the right way, but as always, Adrian finds the bottom bins. It's his favourite sort of pen. Our former man, Luciano Fontana, steps up. It's Mateo to foil him. Fontano versus Mateo. Great penalty, to be honest. Matteo stood straight, which was right, but it was into the top bins. Anyway, Haller to keep the advantage. He scored a couple of penalties before in his lifetime here for Sunderland. And it's Haller versus the keeper. Yet again, sending Benitez the wrong way. There we go. If we fall off a save now, Matteo, it is game over. Matteo there to go in. Carlos Simerson to step up. A wonder kid that we have scouted many times. A wonder kid we would have bought if we didn't find Peter. In the end, Carlos with the chance to make all the pressure count on Mbappe. It is Carlos Simerson versus Matteo. Carlos versus Matteo. Great penalty, to be honest, under the pressure. He went the right way to Matteo. In the end, it's Mbappe time, ladies and gentlemen. The best player in world football. He has something like 17 or 19 penalty taken with 17 or 19 composure, one of those ways. As long as he doesn't choke under the pressure, we are through to the semi-final of the Champions League. It is Mbappe versus Benitez. Mbappe to step up. Mbappe, the best player in the world, to score. Mbappe, it's a shit penalty, but it's in. Thank fuck, I thought he missed. And we're through. I didn't know whether to celebrate or cry. Benitez should have saved it. It's gone underneath him. I don't give a crap. We are through on penalties. We were poor on the night. We were poor over the whole tie. But I tell you what, we are through, and that's all that matters. You've done brilliantly to come back, is what I'm going to tell the boys now. I'm tempted to get stuck in there. But look, sometimes if you play like champions, and when champions play shit and you go win, it does not matter because it's good for the morale. We move through to the semi-final of the Champions League. Leaving to the physio. When is the draw going to be done? On the Friday. I will see you guys in just a second for the semi-final draw. We have done it the hard way. We've done it in the hardest way possible. Even Mbappe made us give us a fucking heart attack moment with that last penalty. But we are through to the semi-final of the Champions League. Who are we going to get? Who do we want to get? Who are we going to play to get into that final for the second year in a row? You'll find out in just a second. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's a semi-final draw for the Champions League. We've been here before last season. Who are we going to get today? Get that Champions League anthem on. Let's see who we're going to get. Alright. I don't want Liverpool. Dortmund, yet again, have been in great form, and Dortmund-Liverpool played off last year in the semi-final. I want Valencia. I just want to be drawn away from home first. Automatic draw, here we go. Out come the teams. First team out is going to be Liverpool. Please be Dortmund. Be Dortmund. Fuck off! Oh. It's the replay of last year's final. It is Liverpool versus Sunderland. We are off to Anfield for the first leg before they come to the Stadium of Light. Yet again, I'll mention it before, Liverpool is a team I love dearly, and what I would give for them to win the title, I don't know what I would give. I would give everything. However, right now, I couldn't give a fuck. Could not give a damn. Liverpool have caused me some heartache in this save. They've beaten us 9-0. They've beaten us in FA Cup games where they shouldn't have beaten us. They have murdered us in other games. We have FM'd them in other games. And then there was the Champions League final last season where they came back in very well. It was a great final and it was very even and they won it late. Let's hope we can put in a better performance against Liverpool in the semi-final than we can when we put in against them in the Champions League. Look, at Anfield, I expect Liverpool to be dangerous and to really go out against us and score. But at Stadium of Light, I don't know what's possible. In terms of tactically, I feel like away from home we'll play 4-4-2 and try and get an away goal. But at home we're going to play the 4-2-3-1 and really try killing with possession. I think that's going to be the plan. But you guys are going to have to stick around to see that next episode. That will be live on stream tonight. Links in the description below. We have got Liverpool in the Champions League semi-final. It's a replay of last year's final. The winner of that game will play either Dortmund or Valencia in the final of the Champions League. This is a Valencia side that currently 4th in Spain. This is a Valencia side that, haven't really done too much. They've got some decent players. I know who Broccaccini is because I've scouted him many times before. But, compared to Dortmund, who wins the Bundesliga pretty much every year with Bayern, are just sensational. They really are grown back into being the top side in Germany over the last couple of seasons. They've got our former man, a guy that we nearly signed, Diego Marquez, and then Liverpool. Valencia is obviously the team everybody wants, so I would imagine that whoever wins this is going to play Dortmund in that final, but you just never know with Football Manager. Look, that game's not too far away, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm not going to play it now. I'm going to stop myself from doing that, and I will be seeing you guys live in the stream to go and watch this game live tonight. Link in the description below. Come follow us on Twitch as always. If you like this episode, give it a like. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. It does really help out. I'm freaking nervous for this one because I know if Liverpool go and play how they play at Anfield and blow us away, we're not even going to have a chance in that second leg to rectify it. From Damien, from Sunderland, from Bright Lights, we have got the big one next. It's Liverpool versus Sunderland, but thank God we got through Porto in a crazy one. I'll see you next time.